Hawkins Farm Broadcasting here, and we're with CEO Warren Wells, and we're going to discuss some things that's going on at the horse grounds. We know the celebration's always been the tourist attraction of the whole county, and it brings in lots of tourist dollars for the community. And I know you're keeping it going, and you're striving to get more and more, and we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, so sort of give us an idea of what's going on. I know we just finished up a couple of big events.
We've summertime is our time. That's the equestrian world's big time, and it's gone really well. And I think that I love that you point out that we have stuff going on all the time, because even local business owners, I hear it like all the time. Man, it's what do you do until those 11 days? And I'm like, well, we've got 44 weeks worth of events this year, so I definitely work more than 11 days a year, that kind of stuff. But we're trying to get that message out. It's kind of weird, we're in the middle of town, right? And we're a unique facility that we're 104 acres in the middle of a town. But man, I can have 2,000 people on the property and nobody in town even know it, which is crazy. But they're spending a lot of money here. And so, so we just got off of a heck of a roller coaster of events. A lot of people saw the Black Rodeo USA event that we had.
That sold out, three shows, four shows?
Yes. So two shows were sold out completely, and the third one was nearly there. And so this is their third year here, and every year they add another show. Well, and we're glad to say that we haven't signed the contract yet, but we're pretty sure they're coming back next year. And so we're real excited about that. They love coming to Shelbyville. And so, we, over 3,000 tickets per show for those, all three of those shows. So it was Friday night and 2 on Saturday. That's a lot of people in our town coming in. I know traffic got a little bit backed up, and we're working with them on some ways to increase parking efficiency and things like that. And the same time that was in town, we had another event on the outside arena, the Southern Obstacle Challenge, which is a really cool event. And that one's grown the 4 years that they've been here. We're really excited about all those events.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it does bring a lot of tourist dollars to the community. You also have that farmers market. A lot of people don't know about it. It's up there on your square thing right there by the water tower.
Yes, every Thursday.
Yeah, and that started in June.
Yep.
And does it go to October, November?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when they start. I know they have a deadline, or like when they think they're going to stop. But if produce is still there, I think they try to extend it. They also open a little early too, if produce gets here in time. And I think right now things are really starting to ramp up. When I drove by there yesterday, there was a ton of cars there.
Yeah, and I seen a lot of Facebook posts from different people over there, so it's great. And then I know y'all do a lot with the community. Y'all do a lot of, activities with the community, because I see it. I go to all of them too. I see you at every one of them. Yeah. And you're representing them in a good way, I think. And I believe that y'all have got it going in the right direction. It's a real asset to our community, and a lot of people take it for granted. And with you bring in that tourist dollars, people don't realize the more tourist dollars we bring in, the less property tax and different kind of taxes we have to pay.
And Benny, I tell people all the time, especially my friends, I mean, my background's government, right? And government relations, and they're always like, why this? What does it mean? And I said, I was challenged and excited about taking this job because of what it could do for the community. I wanted it to grow. I've since fallen in love with the walking horse industry and the walking horse family. But when I took it over, it was because what it does for Shelbyville. It wasn't anything really to do with the walking horses necessarily. I've always loved them, but I wasn't a walking horse expert. And so I had to kind of grow into that part of the job. But no, I feel like I represent the celebration, and I represent the walking horse industry, and so I try to be involved in the community as much as I can, and we try to do what we can for the community. But I also try to tell people, we get asked for sponsorships a lot and things like that, and I try to tell people, we are a nonprofit ourselves, and I'm asking for sponsorships and things, and I try to tell them, we look like a big company, but just want you to know, every dollar that's spent on our property, $10 is spent in the community. So what we feel like our job for the community is to bring those dollars in. And so we don't always have the extra revenue to invest into the community, because we invest in ourselves, and that brings the money in. And I tell this story to a lot of people, but I meet once a year with everyone around the country who runs equestrian events like I do. 9 times out of 10, or 9 out of 10 of them are state employees or local government employees. Right. And the reason for that is it's nearly impossible to make a profit and run an equestrian facility.
Right.
So governments own them, use tax dollars to pay those employees because they know every dollar that's spent on that property, 10 of it's in the community, so that tax dollars is coming back, and it's worth it having it. We are blessed here in Shelbyville because we have an organization that does the same thing that all these others do, and it doesn't take tax dollars to do it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
it keeps money here and keeps it going back in the community.
Yeah, so, that's what's exciting about it for sure.
So what I know we just had a couple of horse shows that just ended.
Yep.
What was
TWHNC had a horse show in the same weekend as the Cancer Foundation, Bedford County Cancer Foundation. That's a fun show, Walking for Cancer. Everyone is touched by someone that that has battled cancer in their lives, and so they do a lot of good things for folks that are going through that, and so that's one of their best fundraisers there. And so that was on our property. And then one of the things I'm most excited about, we had the All-American Youth Barrel Race. This was last week, so all kids. We had over 800 horses on property. Yeah, that's another thing that makes us unique. Not many facilities can hold 800 horses.
Yeah. Now, how many is y'all's max?
Yeah, now in stalls we can have about 700, a little over 700. We're working on expanding that, but 800 come in on trailers, and they trailer them in and trailer them out. That's one of our biggest events. And you talked about the economic impact. So when I got here, a little over 5 years ago, we did a study, or there was a study done, and it said we brought in about $40 million to the local economy. 28 of that is the 11 days of the horse show, which is wild, and the rest of it is throughout the year. When at that time we had 27 weeks worth of events, we're up to 44. Yeah. So, and also at that time we only had one show that had over 300 horses. Now we have 2 shows that have over 800 horses and several that have over 300. So that economic impact has really grown in the last 5 years.
Well, I know a lot of. I've got a couple of customers that I sell to. One of them's the feed place out there by the airport, and they advertise with us during the walking horse and all. And she told me that when they advertise, they get a lot of business comes from the horse show, comes out there and buys from them. Because they need feed, hay, and straw, whatever, I'm just glad to see it helping our community because we need it.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, if you've ever had a kid in travel sports, that's what equestrian sports are like. Yeah. When you go to a town and you're there for 10 days, you're going to buy a lot of groceries and a lot of snacks and a lot of, just to think about the stuff you need, Advil and all these kind of things you got to go to the store for, and that stuff really does play out in our community. We need to get better as in the community and the celebration of just working together on that. I was talking to somebody, I had lunch with someone yesterday, and they were saying, man, when I drove through the grounds, you had no RV spots open. There were just kids and people running around everywhere. He's like, I didn't even know you had an event. Yeah. And I said, because what I would love is when they're coming down 231 from Murfreesboro, every sign on every small business says, welcome All-American Barrel Race. Thank you. Because that's where they want to go spend their money. And so I just need to do better with working with the community. I'm working with the chamber on that.
I know when the Walking Horse National celebrations here, all the ribbons are on every business you can think of, and they know that they support them, and I'm like you. I think that needs to be done more. In all the smaller events, because that shows those people that maybe never been here. This community really supports the industry.
And so you think so there's the economic math for an event like that. 800 horses, you multiply by 2.5, so you average 2.5 people per horse for an event like that, and then you figure up they spend $70 a day per person kind of thing with lodging and all of that. It adds up really, really quickly. I think $70 a day might be kind of easy because I can't leave my house without spending $100. It feels like to go to dinner, and
I can go through the drive and spend $25.
yes.
Ain't got it, and didn't even get nothing. But I know what you're talking about.
But cool for us. We had 800 kids competing last week, and then we rolled right into this week, which is the state 4-H show. It's been there for years. It's a staple in our in our schedule, and it's doing really well. So for me to look out my window while I'm working and see kids for 2 weeks straight is really fun.
I was wondering. I was over there yesterday and talking to Connie, and so I looked out and they were setting up a bunch of different things, tents and different things, and I was wondering what was coming.
Yeah,
I knew there's something, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
it's the 4-H
State Horse Show, and what's cool about that is it's every breed and discipline. So there's walking horses out there, but you see everything. So I think the like the hunter jumper stuff, the equestrian looking stuff, that was being set up inside the arena last night when I had a board meeting. So go see some horses jump today, and then they do dressage, and then all the other stuff. It's a really cool event. You get to see a little bit of everything, and I like it because it puts Shelbyville on the map for all these other breeds and disciplines, and that's been my focus, is to expand the breeds that we have.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people think just the walking horse, but we got people around here that have quarter horses. They have the mules. We do the mules.
Yep.
They got all that kind of stuff, and and all those they're four-legged animals, but they take somewhere. They've got to have their event.
Yes. We may even have an alpaca event coming up. And as we say there, if they like stalls and RVs, we're ready to have them, kind of thing. So
sure. Now I understand that y'all, I think, got a grant or something to expand your RV park.
Yes. So one of the biggest things when I got here when I talked to events to try to get them here, the number one thing they said was your footing is just not appropriate for our breed. We fixed that. The state helped us with some of that, and then the celebration funded the rest. And shortly after that, Cooper Steel came on and just turned that building into a nice building, into an amazing building.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
And so when you put those two things together, it really put us on the map. Mm-hmm. And then the next things that I was hearing is, it's just not fun to come to Shelbyville. There's really nowhere to eat. We love like Legends. It seems like all of my events always know about Legends, but they didn't really know about the other restaurants we had. And we want to go and sit down and have a nice meal. You have a lot of fast food. Right. Well, we've had so many new restaurants come into Shelbyville in the last 5 or 6 years that I don't hear that anymore.
Right.
What I do hear is, the lodging. Your RV parks are old and outdated. The spots are small. Right. And then if we want to stay in a hotel, we're looking for that mid-tier hotel. We stay in your hotels; they're great, but it's not really. We wanted something a little nicer, and so I have focused on trying to recruit a hotel to town, and I know we have the Hampton Inn coming, and that's going to be great for our business. I think I can sell that a lot, and I think I'm looking forward to meeting with those guys because I can sell a lot of their rooms, I think, going forward. But also, we wanted to take it into our own hands and update our RV parks too. Right. So we have almost 300 spots, makes us one of the biggest RV parks in the country, in the state. But they're just outdated. So we got $2.7 million from the state of Tennessee, thanks to Pat Marsh and Shane Reeves, really carried that for us. So hopefully in the fall, around November, we're going to remodel all 3 of our RV parks and expand them. We'll add some spots, but mostly what it's going to be is just the spots that the current kind of RV will fit in.
And then too, I imagine that means the facilities around it you'll have to expand too.
Yes. But all the utilities that you see, the pipes coming out of the ground, all the electrical wires overhead, all that's going underground. Gotcha. So it'll just be a very pretty little spot. Hopefully you'll park on a hardscape, and we'll still have a lot of greenway out there. Right. But I think it's going to be a beautiful place.
That's good. Well, we'll go ahead and take our first break, and then we'll be back here in about another minute.
Your eyes are a precious thing. You've got to take care of them. Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at KincaidService.com.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcast with CEO, Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, Warren Wells. And we're here discussing everything about the community and trying to get the walking horse industry here. And they've been well established. This is what, 88th year?
This is our 88th year.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah. That an event can, I mean, that's continuous. We haven't missed a year. There's even been world wars going on, and we've crowned world grand champions.
Yeah, so it's amazing, and I would love to see the history just on one wall where you can get in there. And they've got a lot of stuff over in War Trace in the little museum.
Yes.
I walked over there and looked at a lot of stuff, and it's pretty neat.
War Trace does the museum does an amazing job.
Oh, they do. They got a lot of stuff. So tell me a little bit of what we got coming up. Have we got some new events?
Yeah, and so to get back on the walking horse industry, we have a huge week coming up. I would say, and probably most people wouldn't argue with me, next week, the 4th of July week, is the second biggest week in the walking horse industry, right behind the celebration week, 2 weeks. And so we're really excited about that, and some things have changed. And so starting Monday night, we have a show in the Cooper Steel Arena called The Prodigy. Really excited. There's been a show in the walking horse industry called The Maiden, and so it's 2-year-old horses that have never shown.
Okay.
And people get really excited about it. It's got a big pot to win, and they've had a lot of success with that, but they've never really done it for performance. A lot of shows have some 2-year-old debut classes and things like that, but nothing like this. So the Prodigy will be 2-year-old performance walking horses, and so they'll compete on Monday. And the way that works is they have 4 classes, I think, and so they pick the top 5 out of each of those, and then they'll come back to compete Friday during the Money Tree Show, which is at Cooper Steel as well. Right. And it's going to be really, really exciting. So this is the first time for that. Another first is we have the Stars and Stirrups event. It started last year. We had it on the celebration grounds, and we did like a celebrity waiter dinner. But this year, we really wanted the community involved. And so this is where I hope people will come out. But that street between Grindstone and Glass Hollow, I think a lot of people know that's been shut down for pedestrian only. So we're going to take that over. We've got already over 300 tickets sold for people to sit and have a table dinner outside under the lights. We've got an auction. We've got live entertainment. It's going to be amazing. So the food's coming from Glass Hollow, bar service from Grindstone, and I might add 2 restaurants that would not be here if it wasn't for the walking horse industry.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Both of the owners and investors of those businesses are here because they love walking horses. They wanted to settle here, and they wanted to invest in our community. Yeah. And so, that's one of those things that when you do an economic study about the walking horse industry, that doesn't ever come up. There's no way to quantify that. Yeah. And so we're real excited about the Stars and Stirrups event. I hope people that if you hear it, you're out there, you want to come by and stop and enjoy the fun. That's one way to really celebrate the walking horse industry. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we have a walking horse event out at the Ag Center, and so that's a great one. And then back Friday, like I said, the Money Tree will be at the Cooper Steel, and it's going to cap off the weekend and Woodbury at the Woodbury show. And so great week for us. It's going to be. I'm already dreading how much sleep I'm going to lose over next week, but it's fun. And then the 5th of July, I'll sleep. Yeah.
I know when you got all these events and stuff coming up, you're going, am I going to get a day off?
Yeah, and I know if any of them grooms or trainers in the horse barns are listening, we're praying for you. We know you got a heck of a week coming up yourselves.
Yeah, buddy.
They're going to work hard.
And I mean, if you've not been on the grounds in a long time, y'all have done a lot of. Cooper Steel done an amazing job of remodeling the inside and outside.
Yes.
I mean, the whole facility looks great.
Yes.
Y'all have done a bang up job.
Well, thank you. The Cooper Steel naming rights deal it was the biggest boom. It hit that, and we were able to really take one big swap at it. I tell people all the time, we've invested every dollar of profit the 5 years that I've been there back into the facility. Yeah. We had a downturn for so long that things kind of just went south a little bit, and so we really had to invest in ourselves before we could get people to come.
Right.
If Cooper Steel hadn't come along, I don't know where we would be in that investment.
Right.
We would have been way behind where we are now. So thanks to them, and thanks to my board of directors to really focus on that, we've invested a lot. Yeah. And actually. as of last year, we'd invested more in the facility in the last 5 years than the previous 22 years combined.
Wow.
Now, when you add this 2.7 that's coming in, I mean, these last 6 years will just be astronomical compared. It had to happen, but I just want people to know that's money coming into their economy, and it's going to bring even more.
Yeah, and I tell you, I like seeing it grow, and I like seeing events, and y'all keep. I guess adding and adding and adding, because used to years ago, and when you was growing up, me and you talked a lot, but you might have 8 or 9 events the whole year.
Yeah.
And now pretty well every weekend there's something basically going on.
You take those major holidays out. In the lawnmowers business, we like to do holidays, but Christmas and Thanksgiving they actually take off, and so we don't have a whole lot of events there. But we'll talk about the Christmas event later and Thanksgiving. So I think even that's going to change. So we're gonna max out the weeks that we have, and really our focus now is, I mean, we want regional and national events, and that's the 400, 800 horse events kind of thing. And so as we fill up the calendar, we will then be very strategic in bringing those national events. The hotel's got to be built really for that to happen. And so once that happens, I really think it's going to increase our likelihood of being a place where we have at least 1 or 2 national events a month.
Oh, I know. And y'all done really well. I mean, y'all got events like the monster truck, the crashing, what do you call
Demolition Derby, yes.
Demolition Derby, and then you had the 2 rodeos. I mean, there's been motocross. I mean, there's been so many events.
Tractor pools.
I mean, there's so much events going on. And I mean, if somebody don't want to do something for the weekend, they can find something to do.
Yes.
Y'all usually have something there that they can come see or watch.
Yes. And a lot of them are free, and so, you can almost come and see somebody on the back of a horse for free, or for $10, almost any time out of the year for sure. Yeah. But we alluded to the fall and Christmas stuff coming up, and this is another big thanks to Cooper Steel and Bridge Bedford. They have recently announced, and they have more details than I do about it, but a Walking in the Winter Wonderland event that's coming up. I think this is going to be just absolutely amazing for our community. Yes. It's going to help put us on the map. I know so many people that go to Opryland for Christmas, or Lebanon for Christmas kind of thing. Yeah. And I really think Shelbyville is about to be on that map for that. It's one of those things that, it sometimes takes a year or two to grow. Yeah. But I'm convinced that if they come the first year, they're going to come the second and third. People are going to fall in love with it. It's going to grow and grow and grow. But they're looking at having a real ice rink. I've been to some of these events, and they have like the plastic ice ring and stuff. It feels like skating to a point, but it's not the real thing. Right. Bridge Bedford is doing the real thing. And so it's going to be real ice ring. You're going to have lights all over. The barns are going to be decorated. It's going to be true family fun. Basically from Thanksgiving time through Christmas. Yeah,
I heard we're going to have like a dancing Christmas tree in the arena, Cooper Steel Arena, and outside they're going to have some kind of, I think he said some type of train set up for the kids or something. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. I've been talking to him, working with him. We're going to try to help him get this thing promoted and get it out there for him, because I'm like you. I've been to Opryland. I've been to the different lights in Lebanon, different places, but and I don't know about you, but I remember as a kid going to the Parthenon. They had all the pretty lights. We would go out there and spend time, walk around, and do all kinds of stuff like that. Well, that was like a big event. Well, now we're going to have that here.
Yes.
With all kinds of lights. Yes. And, you can take the family out and just enjoy the evening. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's some kid in Moore County or Lincoln County that's like, man, we go to Shelbyville every year to see the Christmas lights. Yeah. And really, Benny, as a kid, I always drove through the celebration grounds to see their lights. That ended before I got here, and it's something I've wanted to bring back and looked into it. Sometimes I get in trouble by my board. I focus on dollars a little bit too much, and I've tried to only spend money on things that are going to have a return on investment. Right. And I was probably wrong on some of that, but thanks to Bridge Bedford and Cooper Steel, we can get those lights back on the property, and I can still focus on spending our money on the facilities. events.
Yeah, that's the key.
yes, and recruiting other events.
The way I understand it, it's going to go somewhere around the mid-November, probably to the mid-January, somewhere in that area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking through the new year, I know we've got it booked for a really long time just in case, but I'm not sure what they're saying right now that they want to just completely do. I think they'll probably get a feel for it if people are still coming.
Oh yeah.
The other thing I love about it is they don't want to take anything away from our Christmas stuff on the square.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to work together on that. Yeah. And so this is great for our community.
Oh, I agree with you, and I think it will bring a lot of tourist dollars. Because, a lot of people around this area, Rutherford County, they're going all the way down to Nashville, spending money down in Nashville. Bedford County can use community money. Just bring it on over.
That's
here.
right. That's right. I tell people, we go to Opryland for Christmas every year, and we'll stay 2 nights in the hotel and do the water park and do their Christmas, ice ring and all that stuff. And I always joke with my wife, I'm like, when we leave this hotel room, I feel like we're spending $100 an hour. Like it is and so I think this will be a more affordable, family atmosphere, and so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I am too. When they announced it at that Legacy meeting, 2075 or whatever, I was real excited. So I'm meeting with a couple of them here soon. I think first part of July, and we're going to discuss everything what we can do to help them and to try to get this thing going, because I really think it would really do the community really good, and it'll really support and bring those tax dollars back to our families here.
Yep. It's going to be amazing. I have no doubt that Bridge Bedford's going to do a fantastic job, and we're going to do everything we can to make it great as well. When we first started planning it felt like we had forever before Christmas holidays came, and it feels like it's right around the corner now.
I know. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, it's hard to believe we're almost in July. We just started. I mean, it's just like, we just, time's already flew by.
Make me sweat over here. That celebration's right around the corner.
Yeah, I know, man. Was there anything else you'd like to mention?
No, just I say this every month that I'm on here. Thanks to you all for allowing us to do this and talk about the great things that we have going on. It means a lot to us that we have a radio station like this in our hometown that focuses on the community so much. And then I just want to thank all the citizens that come out to the events that we have, but also thanks for putting up with the traffic sometimes. Thanks for the smell of manure sometimes. I hear those complaints a lot, but just know, as I tell my kid when he comes on the property, that smells like money. So just know that. Yeah,
that's exactly right. And it brings money to us here in the community, and that keeps our tax dollars low on the property. So keep that in mind. And thank you for coming and doing it and letting us know what's going on over there, because a lot of times people, they go by a billboard, they don't read it.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of times they're listening on the radio and they say, "Oh, I didn't know that was coming." Because I had a lot of people that went to the rodeo that heard it here, and so that's what it's all about. Getting the message out there for people can come to the events and support our community, and that's what we want to do. Thank you, Warren. We appreciate you being here today, and God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you next time.
Looking for clear vision and hometown care you can trust? See the difference at Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, 605 North Main Street in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. From comprehensive eye exams to helping you find that perfect pair of glasses, Dr. Hasty and his friendly team are focused on your family's vision and comfort every step of the way. Noticing changes in your eyesight? Time for that yearly checkup? Let's take care of it. 931-684-2020. Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company, 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station, 931-684-5662.